Men going their own way has upset women.
Out of 10 women know exactly what they are doing and what kind of effect they have on men when they wear certain type of outfits out in public. Ladies, you already know I am here to teach you how to be a little bit more feminine than you possibly are right now. And let me tell you one thing, the amount of respect you show to your partner or even disrespect begins with the way you behave and also with the way you show yourself in public. So yes, and we also know, ladies and gentlemen, that a lot of these women, they are not wearing these type of outfits because they are comfortable in their skin, because they are confident. They only do it for these reasons. They seek attention, they want validation, they're looking for confirmation elsewhere.
Men going their own way has upset women. Guys, men going their own way has literally put women on the ropes because men are no longer tolerating the nonsense, the games, and the BS. Today we have a video from Soraya. Her channel will be linked in the description, and you can go and check her out and support her. Watch to the end of the video to understand why men going their own way has upset women, why women are now trying to ban MGTOW, and the effects that this is going to have on women's society and everyone going forward. Let's just go ahead and jump into the video from Soraya.
Gentlemen, let me also tell you this. Don't you ever let a woman tell you that you are insecure because you don't agree with her outfit. Most of the time, these modern Western women would gaslight men and make them look like they are the problem, when really these women's mindsets and even worse, their action really is the issue. No real man on this planet would want their woman to be eye candy for another man. And when I say eye candy, I am not talking about wearing a cute dress, looking feminine. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that ass hanging out, booty hanging out, nipples are showing, or fishnets everywhere. Women are going to the supermarkets in broad daylight and they look like streetwalkers, strippers. You can't even tell the difference nowadays. What man on the planet enjoys that? Don't worry, I'll wait. Let me know in the comment section.
Babe, wait, hold on. Before you get in the car, can I just ask you one question, please? And can you face me so I could actually show you on camera, because your cheeks are literally hanging out of your shorts right now. Thank you very much. So look, why as soon as summer starts, you feel like it's necessary for you to show every bit of your body?
Well,
Tell
it's
me.
not that I want to show every part of my body. It's super hot outside.
Hot outside,
Yeah.
right? Where are we going?
The store?
Does a store not have AC?
Yeah, so?
Guys, me and Soraya literally had this conversation. So we did a podcast together, and I talked to her about the fact that modern women will make the argument that, and their Sims will make the argument that they have to dress this way because it's hot outside. And I asked her about, what it's like to wear a summer dress. Is it hot wearing a summer dress? And she goes, it is not hot wearing a summer dress. The material does not show your body off. However, it's light material, so you are cool, right? Back in the 90s, women were able to dress decently without walking around with everything out. All right. Well, the reason why they're dressing this way is because they're looking for attention. Once they're in a relationship with a guy, if they are not dressing decently, it's because they are still trying to attract other men. All right. They're still trying to attract attention. They're still trying to bring attention to themselves. They're still trying to get men. So, for example, if a guy is going out with a woman, right, even on a date, why is she getting all dressed up and showing everything off? She's not doing it for the guy that she's on a date with. She's advertising for the men around her. All right? The men around her. Because most guys that are going to go on a simple date with a chick, they just want her to wear a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. They don't want every guy staring at her. They don't want her drawing attention to herself. So when she gets all dolled up to go out and the guy is just dressed normal, she's not doing that for him. She's doing that because she's so greedy that she wants to make sure that she gets as much attention while she's out from other men. It's insanity, absolute insanity. And it's sad that the cycle never ends. That's why so many men are going their own way. A lot of men are just like, MWA is men walking away from relationships and environments that don't work. A lot of MWAs become passport kings. If they find a good woman in Western society, they'll walk away with her. They are men with alternatives. They're choosing their best alternative. But a lot of men are now being pushed to MGTOW, which is men who are choosing to completely abstain from and avoid relationships as well as society, because they're tired of the games, they're tired of the nonsense, they don't want to be involved in it with it. And when you see women who are carrying themselves this way or acting this way, it's very easy to understand why these guys are choosing to go full MGTOW. And then you've got women on social media who are shaming these men for choosing to not date, not marry, not have relationships. Like, oh guys, why don't you want to date anymore? Why don't you want to have relationships anymore? If you don't want to go out, if you don't want to date, if you don't want to have a relationship, then you're not a real man. And of course you've got the simp pastors, you've got the simps out there who are like, oh man, what's going on? Why don't you want to have a relationship? A real man, serves. A real man provides for a woman. A real man is dating, but you're just so jaded.
Women are 304s. Nope. There is no such thing as traditional women anymore. Wrong. Women simply aren't worth it. What does that even mean? I am so tired of all of this negativity. Are you going to insist that masculinity is about growth, suffering, and overcoming difficult things, and then just not date because it's hard?
Suffering? Masculinity is about suffering? So basically, guys, this is the idea that women have today, where it's a man's job to suffer for women in society. All right? That's what you're basically supposed to sacrifice yourself for society. Sacrifice yourself for women, sacrifice yourself for society, and you will be rewarded in heaven. And then you wonder why so many guys walk away from society, walk away from the church, where the church is also telling you that you should be sacrificing yourself for women and also for the church. All right? So for women, society, for the church. What about me? Well, your reward will come from Jesus. Your reward will come from God in heaven, in the other life. Like, guys, who do they used to tell things similar to that, like to the slaves? God is going to reward you for being a good slave if you obey your master and you serve your master with all your heart all days of your life. God will have something waiting for you in heaven, and you will experience true freedom in heaven if you do your work here properly on earth. But if you're a bad slave, you will find yourself in hell. Guys, it is insanity. It's insanity. It's no wonder why men don't want to participate in society anymore. It's no wonder why men are walking firmly away from society and relationships in society. And some men, increasingly number of men, even though they're banning the term, are choosing to go straight up MGTOW and completely disengage from relationships, dating, marriage, everything, and avoid society and relations entirely, and choosing to live separate lives because of things like this.
He else wears t-shirts and shorts, just like normal.
Well, I like to wear this.
You like to wear that? Yeah, you're wearing a bra and underwear pretty much. Are you serious? There's
What?
kids at the
You're
store.
just insecure.
I'm insecure.
Yeah.
How would you feel if I send a picture of this to your dad right now?
Did you forget I don't have one? Why
Makes
would you say
sense.
that?
Makes sense. All right.
I know that this may be a skit, but I also know that this happens so many times. As soon as summertime hits, these women forget how to dress. They forget what it means to cover their bodies. They forget what it means to wear proper shorts, to wear proper t-shirts. And ladies, it wouldn't even be so bad if you would just accept and admit the fact that you just want to be seen. Because just like this guy logically said in the video, there are air conditioners inside the store. And you tell me in the comment section, this is what a lot of women do. You hit them with facts. They can't argue those facts. Instead of that, they will turn around and start insulting you, your personality, and sometimes even your mom.
Think about it very carefully, guys. I've said this. You can never beat a woman in an argument because she is not arguing with facts. She's arguing with feelings. All right? A woman bases her entire reality and her concept of reasoning around feelings. She chooses the feelings that she likes, and then she presents those feelings as facts. Hence, you will never be able to beat a woman in an argument. This is the reason why, they talk about the gender wage gap, which doesn't exist. Women have been out earning men in the workforce since the 1990s. Women have been earning more money than men in the workforce, but they don't care. They continue to spread lies. The reason why? Because even if there were no men left on earth, women could still sit around and say they don't feel equal to men. Men could have been gone for 100 years, and they were producing, women in through cloning, and there are no men, and they would spend and even though men have been gone for 100 years, they would still be crying and complaining about men and saying that they don't feel safe because of men, even if there are no men. And the reason why they would be doing it is because of all the propaganda that they were fed, and they would be using their feelings to their feelings. They'll be presenting their feelings as the reasons why they don't feel safe and they don't feel equal to men still, even though there are no men. And it doesn't. The facts of the matter don't matter, because facts are replaced by feelings, and they process reason using feelings instead of facts. So it doesn't matter what the actual facts are. It doesn't matter what reality actually is. They're going to say that reality is whatever their feelings say it is. I know it's insane, but this is the reason why a lot of guys ultimately say that that these individuals are functionally insane. And then men say, we want to live separate lives. We don't want to marry. We don't want to date. We don't want to have relationships. We just want to focus on ourselves, our own happiness, and stay away from this because we don't want to deal with it anymore. What's the future of all of this? The future is men avoiding society. A lot of women are no longer going to be able to benefit from the subsidization of men, providing resources to them. The government doesn't have the kind of money that is necessary to fully house, feed, and provide everything that women need. So you're going to have a lot of women in the future who are going to be destitute, going to be homeless, living in poverty, and some even living in the woods, living in the streets. And Western society, people all around the world are going to say, how did women in Western society end up in such bad condition? Don't forget, 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be childless and single in 2030. That's only 5.5 years from now. Okay? 5.5 years from now. And we're not even counting single mothers. When you count single mothers, that number is probably closer to 70, 80%. Okay? You're going to have a lot of women who are going to be living in extreme poverty, destitution, homelessness, on the streets, maybe even in the woods. And and the government is basically going to keep on saying, help is coming, but it will never arrive. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content, subscribe to our newsletter for my personal thoughts, insights, and a free copy of my ebook, The Blueprint for Escaping the Rat Race. Click the link in the description to get your free copy. What do you guys think regarding all of this? Men going their own way have upset women. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.